For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
This guy.
Here is the money.
The hunter. A good heart in disguise. A liar willing to help for real. An armed man unable to strike.
Very prophetic, but at the same time, he didn't tell me anything I didn't already know. He just said it pretty like.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Here is the money.
The sorceress. A heart-shaped trap built to entangle a loved one. Mirrors on every wall to see her own reflection constantly.
Carol Price? I thought they were talking about Lady Ashburn. Bro, look at that. Carol often hurts her daughter by clumsiness. Carol is often hurt by her clumsy mother. I haven't even met these two yet, and that is... So what, do I just keep paying
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Here is the money.
The Joker. A woman bent to obey and debase herself. A cruel gaze in the dark. A monster laughing at you.
Mine has been broken by a vampire. So we kind of suspected that, but who was the powerful vampire that broke her? And what was the vampire's intention? Like, did they try to turn her, or did they just, like, use the brain control thing on her? Bro, that cost me... Well, it was $300... That was $150... $450 right there.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the...
Here is the money.
The alchemist. A wise and cunning mind who lives by lying to all but himself. He sells false promises and is proud of it.
We already knew that, though. See, he's telling me things I kind of already knew, but he's also filling the things out, so that's why I keep paying him.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
I feel like she did not deserve this fate is the answer my character would give, Jonathan. I personally would choose if only I could have convinced her. Because imagine if I could have convinced her to not try to kill me. We could have been like a total badass brother-sister duo. You know what I mean? Like, even if she didn't want to like help me, it's like, alright sis, you want to go see Paris? Go. You know, like, the possibilities were so broad, and she was just so hurt about the present circumstances that she couldn't, see beyond it. She was veiled. She was no longer the sister I knew. That's the option I'm going to choose when I'm evil. So it comes down to she didn't deserve this and I couldn't convince her. Now, let's try to counter this person in his antics. I'm going to go with this one because it's leaving a sentence open. And with the open sentence, that leaves the person who's initiating, it leaves the person who's receiving to fill in the blank. So they have to, not have to answer, but they're more obliged to answer. Versus a non-open sentence, then it's just like, okay, yeah, cool, whatever, So I'm gonna go with this one.
She could have survived as a vampire. If only she had given me a chance to explain. If only I could have found the words.
Not all vampires accept their new condition. Since suicide is impossible, you have to find a way to get someone else to relieve the pain.
I could have saved her.
No, Jonathan.
Didn't we just watch a vampire commit suicide last night? The actress lady?
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
You're on a path to redemption, Jonathan. But be careful. One single trip and you'll fall.
That doesn't sound promising.
Take this,
Ominous.
young Ekon, as a personal reward for your strong will. Keep following the right path and you'll reach safety.
He gave me old blood. I've been keeping this since my grandfather handed it down to my father. That's blood of his dad's dad. It's a little crusty, so you might have to spit in it first, but it's some old blood.
I would rather not know. May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I was trying to give you a head pat. I wasn't giving you food. Excuse me.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
The question is, why can't there be two different sects from one lineage? You know what I mean? Why does it always have to, well, we're the better lineage? You know what I mean? Like,
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
oh, how do you use the word corrupted? Like a skull, or corrupted like in politics?
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you,
Is it possible to tell me?
vampire's fate.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course, we met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
That's exactly what I wanted to know. Until 1900. They make him sound like he's been alive for 100 years. That's funny because I just
Goodbye,
like...
sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Perhaps London will survive the epidemic, but I see terrible trials awaiting in the future.
Dude, I literally just gave him like 600 gold.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Just have to remind the rats who's boss, you know? Nice shot. Potato finally found his way outside today. Ooh, look at the moon. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I wonder why it crashed when I had people. Like, I actually had people fucking chatting, and then it's just like, nope, your stream is not going to be stable. Look, I have a reflection again, guys. We're gonna test a theory. My theory is I have a reflection because I still have a lot of my humanity. If you actually, my reflection is staring at me. It's kind of really fucking creepy. It's like distracting me from my train of thought. Okay, we're gonna have to. All right. Because I have my humanity. So in the next playthrough, I'm gonna kill people and see if I have a reflection. If not, then maybe I'm just thinking too far into it, you know? Dawson's Mansion. Healthy.
Dawson's Mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains, am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Nope. It's not even about being ready. I am making the decision. Now I'm fucking hyper alert for my fucking dog scaring the shit out of me. Okay, so he's in that room. So I'll go everywhere but that room. That's a nice piano. Nice painting of a bazaar. Probably what, 1801, 1800, something like that. Some fish. Lay down on some but wheat and probably some sort of skin, like goat skins or something. You know, you have the traditional Victorian dress from the person of higher nobility, but then you have the workers, like a worker in the background, like the hacky sack over his back. It's a good painting. I wonder if they made the painting just for the game, or if the painting is a real painting. Ah, maybe he could be here. Oh no, he's not. He's downstairs. Okay. After paying that fortune teller 600 shillings, I'm gonna have to fucking start collecting. Beautiful rose. Kinda awkward that rose is an old man's house though. And this is definitely a case that should have something in it. Listen to that rug sound. Okay, this is the second painting of this guy I've seen, so he's semi-important. Maybe not. Maybe it's just like a guy that they keep, you know, oh yeah, there's paintings. But it's just like the same guy. He's definitely down there somewhere. Or is that him in the chair? No. Shakespearean statue. You are a man who likes to pretend that he is a man of culture, but I think you just like to buy culture. When's the last time you even used this room, sir?
It's locked, all right.
Love. When I was younger, I used to live somewhere and they had a grandfather clock. That ticking is literally what they sound like. And then when they go off at fucking midnight or whenever you set them to go off. They're actually really beautiful. I like them a lot. Very old school, especially by today's standards, but
it's
aesthetic
locked
as fuck. Hell yeah. They'll probably still charge a fucking pretty penny for it because it's like a dying class kind of thing. You know, it's like old school, handcrafted, take some time. You probably get a cheap one, like wood pressed from IKEA or something. Alright, here we go. Mr. Dawson.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions
if you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
What the fuck is with these very, like, these aren't even real answers.
Sir, I'm going to end your life. Do you not wish to discuss the procedure for even a minute?
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle chatter. I can't feel my legs, and the cold, so cold.
I'm gonna keep him talking.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
Such a nasty character.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
But not in the current. Snap.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Yeah, but it's not that dire. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's dire, but the only person's life that's ending right now is yours, you know? And when you gain more life, you want to make more suffering than there already is, and then you want to hide behind the guise that you're doing it for the good of the people when the people are doing better than when you're not interfering. You know what I mean? So it's like...
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
What determines who's the right people?
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
Dispose of. It's radical ideas, my guy.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson.
What
Oh, I made the wrong
are you
decision.
prattling on about?
I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of empathy. You, sir, are despicable.
No! Wait! You can't! I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now. Rest now. Forever.
I just fucked up my whole campaign.
I would have lived forever. Who are you to decide my fate? Who gave you the authority?
So, the reason why I say I fucked up because I technically did make the decision about somebody's life right now instead of just turning them into immortal. But I really don't, I wasn't gonna go with that. So, if I have to kill you, dude, I will fucking kill you.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
Alas, Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death. The man is gone.
What? What happened?
I could not let such a dangerous man become immortal. Not from my blood, not for you.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple.
I'll fucking kill you.
I should kill you on the spot.
Try,
You
bitch.
swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Oh, that's
Yes,
talk,
go,
talk, talk,
traitor.
talk. Yeah.
And take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone.
Literally, all talk, bro. I could fuck you and your entire association in the ass. Don't even fuck with me.
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do not dare show yourself again, you or that monstrosity you bring to my door.
You've lived for too long. If I had the option, I would literally murder you right now too. And I would become the head of the Ascalon Club, bitch.
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and...
Well, like I said, I wasn't gonna do it. I said from the beginning I wasn't gonna turn that guy. But at the same time, after talking to that fortune teller guy, I feel like that I might have taken somebody's life. Old Bridget's here.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
The wise Ekon.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Thank you for telling me.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have...
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
Big difference though is I'm this strong after like a week, and she's that strong after centuries. There's a vast difference in our lineages.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
So are the skulls his children?
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Could you imagine being an immortal vampire and then being diagnosed with like chronic depression?
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths. Truths I have kept hidden for so long.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den.
I like how you can see her
Have you a
eye through
message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Eliminated. Eliminated. I'm a really bad person. Lady Ashbury, her picture isn't here, so I don't know if I want to tell her I love her just yet, because that might create, telling somebody you love them, that creates a weak, shows a sign, it's not showing a sign of weakness, but it's creating a weakness for your enemies to exploit. Doesn't necessarily mean you're weak, or even the person that you love is weak. It says that there is another element to attack other than your mental and physical self. And then the other one is tell her I need to talk to her, right? All urgent with an exclamation mark. What do I need to talk to her about? That told the guy that I'm not gonna be his fucking lackey? So that's not anything. Tell her I worry about her, it's like a little in between the two, But then it's like, why? And she was just told me not to worry about her. Let's go on, let's fucking Hail Mary this bitch.
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising. It's been such a long time since I came to this part of town.
I'm going straight to Lady Ashbury. My lady. The only issue is I was gonna go on with the Ascalon Club now. Like, how prevalent do you think they'll be? Ooh. Oh, found you two, huh?
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir. Perhaps you should talk with someone else instead.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
May I?
It's always a pleasure.
That only sold for 31? Really?
Dr. Reed, I am.
Good
glad.
evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
I'm almost a grown.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
She said, most people are gentle with me.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
She's like, you can stop talking to my daughter. Come back, talk to me.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
The way they... Alright, anyways.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Oh, the poet used to come by? That's interesting.
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
She's like educated about it.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married, now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
A lot of self-doubt.
Goodbye, Carol.
I am glad to see you.
I'm sorry, I can't help you, sir. Perhaps you should talk with someone else instead.
But they will not be forgotten. Doctor?
What are you...
Well,
I was lucky enough.
Why do...
I don't... Goodbye.
Goodbye.
For some reason, it's like when this music comes on, I feel like the game's gonna run better. And then the music goes off, and look.
You look much for me! You cannot win this, you feeble!
All that really did is, like, since I turned the Ascalon Club into my enemy, basically all I really did was create an opportunity for more XP.
This is no place for you, sir. Are you stupid? This was mine!
Have no fear, brothers!
March instead! Take its head!
Dude, is Whitechapel like shut down now? Like the Escalon Club was like, oh hell nah. Yeah, this shit looks abandoned. Where is everybody? Remember there's the girl always screaming? Oh, they're way over there, okay. I was like, that's some influence.
Women die.
Good evening.
And
Goodbye.
she's been...
Come on, controls. What are you doing? There you go. My W isn't working anymore. There it goes. Yeah, that was kind of hot how she just poached up and just right in the fucking cold.
It's locked, all right.
I really feel like I did the wrong decision with that one guy, and it's like I would have so many hours of playthrough just to get back to that one decision.
Elizabeth. I'm so happy to see you. I was so concerned.
It is also good to see you in these darkened hours. Is all well, my dear?
She said, my dear.
Indeed, we stand upon the precipice. Has the news reached you of Edgar Swansea?
No. I returned home but moments ago. What of him?
Your friend, the well-informed old Bridget, tells me the Guard of Priwen has assaulted Pembroke. I fear Edgar tops their bloody list.
Bridget? She is such a tragic figure. And yet, I sense deep inside, she has a delicate, fragile soul.
Indeed, she has. I'm glad you like her too.
Once this is all over, I will study the sewer skulls. I fear I have made terrible mistakes, founded upon erroneous preconceptions.
I was concerned for your safety. McCullum draws too close to you for my comfort.
Fear not. I've evaded the hunters for many a year, and I intend to stay far from their gases, flames, and spikes. Now, speak to me of Dawson.
Aloysius Dawson is no more. I took care of him.
I imagine the Lord Redgrave with spitting teeth.
Ascalon has defrocked me and threatens to hound me from the city. This was, no doubt, inevitable.
You did what you thought was right at the time. One can ask no more. The important task now at hand is to help poor Edgar.
Now I am assured of your safety. That is precisely my intention.
Good. Now go, my dear, and return with good news with the greatest haste.
I'm still debating if I made the right decision with that guy, because I could have just turned him, you know, and not had my pride. But he would have just, you know, he's like, oh, as a immortal, I'll put all my money into the epidemic. But it's like, as a mortal, why didn't you put all your money into the epidemic? You know what I mean? Like, what you say and what you do were two different things. And I ended up killing him. It seriously went past him. It's fucking serious.
Are the vampire hunters here already?
I literally just stabbed you over and over.
We've got one of them here.
Wow. Whoa. 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 Something got to me. I'm not sure what got to me, but I took a lot of damage. That used to think that only my stamina, but apparently for hurting me so much, my friend.
Send you back in the
I like how I said, for hurting me, my friend. You're not my friend.
Hey, Spike! Watch out! Sir, step away! See the fancy clothes? Face to the shadow! This is Ascalon's doing. Grenade! It's one of them!
For now, everything seems under control, more or less.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for this guy.
That was scary. Oh, my eyes went red. Look at that big difference from... Oh no, I fucked up. Really, I'm 20 XP. 20 XP off.
Good evening.
Hello.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation?
The bodies are piling up, but I'm not afraid.
Goodbye.
Damn it.
Listen to what the idiot had to say first.
Want some of this? Kill it all.
A momentary pause.
Want some of this? Kill it all, you'll do.
I was gonna say, give me my XP. Oh no, the investigator might come after me now. And then the whole fucking place. Oh man, I did something bad. I know I fucked up the second I made that choice. Everyone here needs medicine, but yeah. Choices were made. You know, I was not about to have that guy put up a fucking wall, you know? My voice was heard. That's turned bad all of a sudden. I don't even know how I ended up in that situation. Okay.
Let's pin it down!
Why would I shoot the fucking cart? Yo, how many times do I have to stand? Oh my god, that's stamina. It's not fucking life. Why do I have all the wrong serums then? Bro, I'm fucking guys.
There's one of them! Watch yourself!
afraid he might have made good on his promise.
Stupid beast! Die, beast!
Are you all right? I heard the hospital has been attacked.
For a second I thought the bastards were here for me. They had guns and everything. Maybe they're a new gang trying to expand.
I'll leave.
I met him in New York. Doctor...
Are you okay?
Yes. Can you believe it? Attacking a hospital of all places. Mindless savages.
Is anyone hurt?
No, but Dr. Swansea is missing. I believe they wanted money or drugs. Maybe these brutes will ask for a ransom.
Great.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets. Good evening, Milk.
Good evening.
Are you all right? I heard the hospital was attacked.
For months I said this day would come.
Goodbye.
Dude, this glitch is pissing me the fuck off. Pushing W this is what it's doing.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar? Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood.
I'm actually quite upset because I think I made the wrong decision with that old man.
Ultraviolet curtains and Ori Calvin powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for one.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster just like William Marshall did.
No!
Oh my God, this guy's fucking
trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're the progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
What does that
True
do?
enough.
Drink another human
Soon
blood.
I'll bring your head
You're not a
before your
vampire.
coward of a father. Come on, Reed. Try something else. Freewind prevails! The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. Show some style. Boy, look up. If you're so innocent, why does simple night burn you so much? Your poison as white as you. We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
I'm not saying we could be friends, you and I. But perhaps we could collaborate to put an end to this epidemic.
Never! We are Priwen. We do not negotiate. We do not compromise.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now. For there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
Don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him.
That's where you're mistaken.
What do you mean?
I'll spare you, McCullum. I'll offer you the mercy you never offered me.
What is this ruse?
This is no ruse, McCullum. This is me letting you go. After all, you and I are both trying to save this poor country in our own way.
I'll kill you, Reed. Next time we meet, I'll end you.
See? Progress already. You called me by my name. Until the next time. Goodbye, Hunter.
So that wasn't his blood that I was following? So did I keep using the wrong one? I'm not sure what happened there. See, that's how big this game is. I literally thought I was going to beat this game today. Yo, you guys keep doing your thing. Don't fucking stop your shit for me. Fuckers are starting to hit hard. Are you serious? I'm not gonna be able to pick up his fucking thing that he left me because yeah, that's right, bitch. It would. It does that all the time. It always picks up the least significant person out of the fucking thing. Where I'm trying to go to the west end. Yeah, I'm taking the longest road possible. Wait, what the fuck?
Do you...
Have you any recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
It's not such a bad thing for rich people to remember that money can't protect them from disease and death.
Tell me about Clarence's obsession with vampires.
It drives me so crazy it makes my stomach hurt. I was so relieved to have him back. But I quickly realized he'd lost his mind in France.
I understand your irritation, Venus. But you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
The question is simple, Jonathan. Is my husband mad? Yes or no? Do vampires exist? Or is Clarence a lunatic?
The important question is, what do you really think of your husband?
I'm tough, Jonathan. He should have told me the horrors he witnessed, however appalling it was, instead of inventing a fantasy about blood-drinking monsters.
So you don't believe Clarence?
If poor Mary, bless her soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of bloody vampires, would you have believed her? Seriously?
What do you think about Clarence squandering his fortune on his obsession?
Soon we'll be poor, and forced to sell the house. Where will we go? In which filthy, infected part of town will we end up? I'm so afraid.
Do you need my med...
Thank you.
I do not like his eyes. They're all fucking red.
Good evening.
I won't.
Have you any news about Aloysius Dawson?
He was aware of many things, many secrets. It's obvious a vampire assassin must have got to him. He knew too much.
Do you need med...
What?
Tell me what you have discovered about vampires, Clarence.
They've always been here. And if you search for long enough, you realize others know about these devils too. I'm not alone.
What do you mean you're not alone? Who have you met?
The Guard of Prewin, the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, Ichabod Throgmorton. Those names always pop up when you dig deep enough.
Have you spoken with any of them?
No. With the quarantine, it's almost impossible to leave the West End. But as a doctor, maybe you could, Johnny.
Are you asking me to help you prove the existence of vampires, Clarence?
Yes, Johnny. Please, gather all the information you can find about vampires and bring it to me. You're the only friend I have left. I need you.
Have you shared your research with anybody else?
No. But I've published my leaflets all across the city, hoping that someday someone will realize I'm printing the truth.
Clarence, why have you distributed leaflets about vampires all across the West End?
I have to warn everybody about them. They've killed thousands of people already, unnoticed thanks to the epidemic. We are all in danger here.
Vampires in London? Come on, Clarence. Who's going to believe that?
I'm not mad, Jonathan. You have to believe me. I know they are real. They're all around us, even as we speak.
Clarence, you've always been a reliable and a good friend to me. If you say you saw a vampire, then I believe you.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for your trust. You don't know what that means to me.
It's all right. But if you want my help, you have to explain exactly what happened.
The first time it was in Rouen. I saw an officer drink the blood of a soldier. I saw its teeth. Saw it bite. It was a vampire, Johnny, and they're here too.
Do you realize you are ruining your family, Clarence? Don't you see the risk here?
Money isn't important. Not important when it is a matter of life and death. That is what my dear Venus cannot understand.
I can't believe I'm telling you this, but if warning people is that important to you, why not choose a more efficient way to spend your money?
Don't you think I tried? I knocked at every door, went to every bank, I even tried to be published. No, Jonathan. This is a one-man war.
People will laugh at you, if they don't already.
I put W40 or something.
Think about your wife and your position. Think about your future.
I understand my wife's embarrassment, but gossips don't kill, vampires do. There'll be no future if people don't open their eyes.
He's not wrong.
You need...
Good evening.
So, did you try the restaurant I recommended?
Oh, yes. I can't thank you enough, my dear doctor. Exquisite, but expensive. But what is money made for, if not for little pleasure?
The way he said that, though.
I'm glad you enjoyed the place.
I do, Doctor, I do. Thank you again.
What?
Do you need medical help?
You... I cannot...
Have you any news on Aloysius Dawson?
I will never see him again in my shop, it seems. I did not realize how much his health had deteriorated. In the end, not even money can protect you from death.
Goodbye, Mr. Rusk.
Where's my mom? Why isn't my mom showing up? Oh my god, listen to that squeaky clean on the... Avery's getting it, my guy. I bet you he's using that fucking authentic Windex too. He's not even using that bootleg Windex. Like that's that real Windex squeak, you know?
Yes, Mr. Jonathan?
Good.
Mother's being sneaky.
Your father and I have spoken about your fiancé, Mary. We believe he'll be an honorable husband for you. We'll set a date for the marriage then. That way, I'm sure one of my children will give me grandchildren. I understand your thirst for knowledge, Jonathan, and your father and I are proud of it. But you are not that young anymore, my son. When will I meet your soulmate? You can ascribe my romantic tendencies to my French origins if you want, Aubrey. But I'll never cease to believe in a match made in heaven, my beloved.
So sad. She's so...
I really wish you could meet her mother. You would love her.
I'm glad that Jonathan and Elizabeth
cannot enter.
have finally like come to truth about their feelings, even though it was like super casual and nonchalant. You know, they're like, I was just like, just tell her I love her, and she's like, oh, you're my dear, I love you too, and then just like that, we're a couple. But other than that, there was no like.
Back already? Good, good. I was
grand
just about to
display
go
or anything.
outside to find you. You shouldn't stay away for so long.
Do you need my medical attention, Mother?
Oh, you know I always refused to let you listen to my chest, son. It always seemed awkward, even when I felt ill.
Well, take your medicine anyways.
I think you should take this. You'll feel better.
I'm not sure I'll ever feel.
Do you really see Mary and Father?
Dude, look at her face.
Do you also see me as one of the dead?
Yes. For many years it was just a game. Since your father left us without a word, I took to the habit of speaking to him.
Yes, I remember. I sometimes spied on you and listened to you talking with Father in the garden. It made me so angry then. But it was just a game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. But since then, my poor dead Mary visited me in my room. She led me to her grave, and there you were. I now know the dead can haunt us.
Should I leave you alone? Just ask, and I swear you'll never hear from me again.
Oh, no, Johnny. You're always welcome in this house. And one day, when I finally die, we'll all be together again. Just as Mary promised us.
I'm gonna have to restart the game again.
I'm so sorry. You did not deserve to endure this. Mary should never have done this to you.
That's true, my son. But you know what the worst part is? I liked it when Mary spoke in my head. Now she is silent, and it makes me so sad.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames, and then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same since.
The important thing is that you finally returned home. I was worried, you know. You were the last member of the family of whom I had no news. Even Mary comes more often than you.
Damn. My dead sister shows up here more often than me.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Damn. It's like they say mothers always know, you know?
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye, son.
It ain't human! Kill it!
Right to vote is only the first step.
Okay, I gotta restart it.
Countries unite!
An error occurred.